Hey everyone and welcome. We're down here in my wormery and I'm about to feed, and I've got my normal fare of kitchen scraps, and that always includes coffee grounds. So pretty good amount of food here today. Potato, cabbage, cucumber, banana. There's even a whole tomato down here. So some various berries. I think the worms should really appreciate that. So I'm going to be feeding my bins, my red wiggler bins that are down there on the shelf. And shouldn't take too long. Let's get started. Okay, we'll begin with the older of the two bins, which isn't saying much because they're both going all the way back to September now. So in terms of age, they're really not that far apart, only being a couple weeks different in age. Recent update was putting a second layer of cardboard, which I can already feel the moisture coming through this paper a little bit. Moisture definitely holding up so much better with the extra barrier to prevent evaporation. Although it's a little bit drier than it had been. I didn't come in here and spray like I had been doing recently. So this past week, it's only just been whatever moisture that got emitted from the previous feeding. So we'll set this feeding zone marker aside. Just make a little bit of room for the food we're going to add. Actually, not even just a little bit of room. We're going to have to make a pretty good amount of room because there's a fair amount of food there. So we'll try to create a little crevice down the middle where we fed them last, to give them some more food. This is what remains of a piece of cantaloupe. Here's some banana peel. Little bits and pieces of the previous feeding, but not much. They really go through what they're given. Here too, another piece of cantaloupe, which actually still has a little bit of the orange melon flesh on it, but man, not much left of last week's feeding. Although I think last week's feeding was not so large. Here's another piece of cantaloupe rind. Hey, get back in here, buddy. Don't want anybody going anywhere. There is a lot of worms right down the middle here. Oh, what's this? This is rice. There are a bunch of worms all around it. So I'll assume it's getting eaten. As I go deeper, there's more chunks. Here's another piece of melon, cantaloupe. Another banana peel, the stem of a banana peel. The moisture seems nice. Although I would almost expect it to be more damp, but it's not. It just seems to be this good moisture level. Getting pretty low down. There's a peach pit. Peach pit's one of those objects we've been following. I think there's one in both of the bins, so we'll see if we encounter the other one too. Another banana peel, but that one's pretty far gone at this point. Lots and lots of worms all the way going down through each layer of food that I was able to excavate. I'm just wondering if it might be best for me to just move these little guys off to the edge and get them out of the way while we freshen their food supply. So that will give me a little bit of extra space to put a little bit more bedding down at the bottom. Shredded paper. Any piece that doesn't want to lay down and go into position, I could just wet it a little bit and then it immediately goes into the shape that I want it to be in. Just needs a hint of moisture to become very easy to manage. Otherwise it's so springy and wants to bounce up and down and doesn't want to sort of take its little bedding shape down in the pit there, but now it's almost perfect. This is some potato peel, I believe, or maybe a banana peel. Yeah, banana peel, stem of a cabbage head, another piece of cabbage, some cucumber, potato, we'll take this whole tomato I've got here, which should draw a crowd, as well as this piece of napkin, paper towel or whatever it is that has a bunch of berries stuck to it. Top it off with a handful of whatever little particles I could pull out of the bottom of the container. That's a pretty decent sized feeding. The amount of food that I had seemed like so much, but I think we're going to have no problem getting rid of it. All right, we've got all this old food we've got to pile back in here too. All this partially eaten cantaloupe, banana peel. What else was there? Anything else? Banana peel. Stuff. Alright, another banana peel. All kinds of stuff. So this feeding zone indicator will go right down the middle again, I guess. Showing that we fed in the middle again, as we normally do. Try to cover over the feeding zone. Stuff out here on the side seems nice and fluffy. Maybe getting a little drier than it should be though. On this side it seems like it's retained a lot more moisture. Very fluffy again, just like the other side. Feels nice. Feels like it could also benefit from a little bit of a spray down. Maybe these containers could also get a little bit of a spray down next time I bring the bottle out to apply moisture to these bins. Okay, so let's go get the other one. And at this point, it looks like we lose the footage of the other bin being fed. I must have not hit record or something, because after I bring out the other bin, place it on the table, that's the last of the footage I've got. So I'm afraid that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, even though it's a short one. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And as always, please remember to subscribe and also hit the notifications bell when you do so. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.